Hi, basically I finally bought my own home in Japan and now I'm already in my new home. I don't know if I'm gonna actually show my home on camera because I don't know how comfortable I am to show my, the privacy of my own home, like, the home I own to everybody on internet. But the thing is, I don't have like a big channel, so it's not that much people that's looking at it. So maybe one day, if I feel comfortable enough, I will show. But yeah, this is just like a update that nobody cares about. It's just the background is changing, and it's actually a really exciting news for me because I have looking forward to this for years. And I finally was able to do it, so I thought I would just share. Some of you might know I live in Japan, so I bought a home in Japan. So if anybody is interested how like buying a house is like in Japan, I guess I can also share that, like my process. But this video is just like a casual, like nothing important. I'm just like chatting here. I actually have like a lot of new stuff to try, but the thing is, I feel like today is probably better to just like be casual and use what I usually use. I haven't done this for so long. I think it's close to like 2 months. So I don't know, I literally don't know how to function in front of a camera. First, let's do our foundation. But recently I have been loving to use a brush to apply my complexion product, which is never the case because it usually looks like very just sitting on the top of my skin and not so natural. But recently I recovered to use like a dense but like small brush and work the product into the bristles and then apply on my face. That way it actually looks really natural and flattering on the skin, and it's easy. So I've been doing this like a lot. Recently I have been like moving, obviously, and moving is so stressful. I think anybody experienced moving can relate. And on top of that, I have to like go through the whole process of buying a house. Okay, I don't know in English what it means to say buy a house. Does it has to be like a house stand on its own, or is like buying your own home can be called buying a house? But like anyways, I am not buying like a house standing on its own. This is like basically a flat, I guess. It's like apartment. It's a 3-bedroom apartment in like a big building. It's not like a little house you have your own door to enter that whole building. It's not like that. I have to like handle the whole moving process while I am doing documentary stuff buying this flat. Basically I have to put on a payment, and the rest of the payment I have to have a loan through a bank. Basically, I think that's pretty typical for anybody to buy a house in any country though. But the thing is, you have to plan your moving process before the whole process of the loan is done. So basically, I know I am already past their like checking like a background, whatever, and they are already decided they are gonna basically lend me money, to buy this house. Let me do this loan, right? But the thing is, my personality is, let's say, finding a job. My anxiety wouldn't stop until the day I'm actually in that office. If anybody understands that level of anxiety. So it's actually me receiving the keys and actually bring my own keys and use the key enter this flat. Did I stop having anxiety about am I gonna be able to buy this house, even though the agent, basically the real estate agents, and the responsible person in the bank all said it's like, you know, already decided, but I don't know. This is just my personality. I'm just have anxiety about I'm not gonna get this house, this flat. Having to handle that anxiety and plan the moving, and moving itself is like a special kind of anxiety in of itself. So in Japan, I think this also is like kind of universal in every country. But I'm just gonna talk about this thing in Japan. But basically, there's many stuff you have to change. First of all, you have to go to the town hall to change your address written on your like ID card. And being a foreigner in Japan, you basically now have two or even more. For me, it's three things that you could use as a ID card. Basically, first it's like a residence card, I think. It's called Zairyu card, basically a residence card. And you have to basically have two steps you have to do. First, you have to go to the town hall of where you live right now, like before you're moving, and go to there, tell them you are moving out. So you have that set of documentary you have to do, which is actually after the COVID, they have been making that easier because you can do that online. So I did that online, and you then have to go to the place you're moving in. To be specific, within 2 weeks of your moving out of the last place, or within 2 weeks that you are actually moving, like your moving date. I forgot which one it is. Probably the moving date, I think. So basically, within 2 weeks of moving into the new place, you have to go to the town hall of your new place and have them to write your address on your residence card. And of course, if you're not moving far and it's like still responsible in the same town hall, you just go once, like you're not moving out, you're just changing the address. But I am moving to the next city, which is pretty close. It's literally train in like 5 minutes. So it's literally just like a very small city and a small city next to that one. This is the first ID card, right? And then there's another ID card, is called My Number card in Japan. So basically, this is a ID card that's like everybody has like a visa here in Japan. That's a long-term visa, and plus the original, like, you know, the local Japanese people. This is universal for all of us that stay in Japan for a long time. And you have to do that as well, which you can all handle this like in the same place, so you don't have to like go to another time to just for this card. But yeah, again, you have to do that too. And on top of that, your driving license. I do have a driving license, even though I haven't used that driving license even once. For me, it's just like an ID card. I have never actually driven. In Japanese words, I'm a paper driver because I only know how to drive based on, like, you know, the textbook that I learned, or maybe like some practice using the car in the driving school, you know, but not actually unsupervised by myself. So that card literally is only an ID card for me. And to change the address on that, you have to either to go to the driving license center, or you go to like a police office, which both of the two are pretty far from what I'm living right now. So I haven't get that done yet, because at the same time, you have to go at like weekday, I believe. So Saturday, Sunday is probably not open. I have to look up on that, but you know, government probably mostly just like working on weekdays. So that's not done yet. And also you have to change your address on all of the shopping sites that you're buying things from, right? For the age of right now, it's not like shopping for fun kind of shopping you do online. It's like everything. Even buying groceries, sometimes you buy online, right? Like buying food, like basic stuff like that. So you have to change your address on every single thing. And I might forgot like one or two. There's one service you can get. It's called Tensol Service. Basically, the service is you can register your old address and your new address. So even if you accidentally or still have some package left over them, they will send you to the automatically sent to your new address if you did that like process to register your new address. And I did that, of course, but the thing is there are many other companies as well, right? And I might have like parcel that's sent through other companies. They don't have a like transfer type of service, so I literally have to pick up a parcel tomorrow in their office. So basically they send you parcel and they deliver it to your door, right? And if they failed to deliver to you, they bring it back to their like office or whatever, their like agent, I don't know, their basement, I don't know. But basically you have to go there to pick it up. So yeah, that's what I have to do tomorrow. And on top of all of this stuff, you still have to package up for the moving, right? So basically for the 2 weeks before moving, let's say I use this powder, I'm gonna starting to think about, oh, like when should I pack up my makeup? Maybe I should like pack up like a makeup bag so that I can use that makeup bag like at the like a couple days around the moving date, and the other makeup I can pack up early. And I'm washing my face, then I'm starting to think, when should I pack up my face towel? Because literally you have to use your face towel till the very day of your moving, right? You have to wash your face at that day as well, right? And then when I'm cooking, then I'm just gonna think about, oh, when should I starting to pack everything that's in my kitchen? And when I'm sleeping, I'm thinking about all of these covers and beddings. When should I start to packing up that? And on top of that, because I'm moving into a much bigger space, and I have living in that very small space, basically that's about 30 square meter. It's enough for one person to live, but I would love to have more space, so I bought like a much bigger flat. So I have more space, and I was going to change a lot of furniture. So in Japan, basically there's different rules for the very big garbage you're gonna have to put out, like furnitures. Some cities you have to buy these little tickets to stick on the furniture, and then you have to put it out at the certain place that they have, like a certain place in each building for that, and in a certain date that you communicated with the like garbage center. I don't know how to call that, but basically it's a center to handle the garbage, like recycling and stuff like that. So you basically have to call them, tell them when is the day you would like to have them to pick up, which the date you have to plan it very far. You can't be calling them like, oh, just come pick things up tomorrow. They can't do that. I think at least 2 or 3 weeks prior. So you also have to plan that. And I am changing my bed, so I also have to think about the moving date and when I gonna throw this bed out, because I can't carry this very heavy bed by myself. You have to have the carrier, the moving company help me. You have to think about, oh, like I have to tell them on this date. So this day the moving company gonna help me to bring this bed out. All sorts of stuff like that. So for that 2 weeks before moving, I am so stressed that I couldn't even sleep normally. And I didn't think that's because of moving, because I have never been so stressed that I can't sleep before. I literally thought I was just aging, because I'm just like old right now, so that I can't sleep. Like no matter what time I am going to bed, it could be 2 in the morning, but I am still waking up before 6 a.m. basically in that 2 weeks. So I'm like severely sleep deprived. On top of that, like so stressed, and because I didn't click the stress of moving and my like insomnia basically, I also am stressed about I'm aging so fast. I can't sleep at the age of 33, I guess. When you are in your 30s, you starting to forget about your age. Like you have to take a good second to process like what's your age. Had to do that right there. So basically, like I thought I am like going through insomnia in the age of 33. But literally it's just moving. Since I am in this place, I'm much better. I'm sleeping like a baby right now. So yeah, I think I'm fine. I'm fine. And also, this is irrelevant to moving, but I just want to know, do you ever change up your mattress? You know, the mattress you put on top of your bed? Because I was experiencing very severe back pain, like pain on my shoulder, on my neck, and I'm starting to think it's because of the mattress that I was using. I think I was using that mattress for like 5-6 years, and I think the springs in the mattress just start to worn out, so it doesn't have enough support for your back, for your like basically your body. So whenever I'm laying on top of that bed, I think the center is just starting to, like I said, worn out, so no support. So there's like a giant soft spot at the center where your body lays. So your body just like, let's say this is your body, right? This is like, let's say this is your butt and this is your back, and your body just like this in the bed. And because it's like this in the bed, it's like causing the like shoulder, back and the neck pain. And I have to like spend like a good chunk of money to I don't know how to call those type of hospitals, but basically there are hospitals that like specialize in this. Like they will do like some, still I don't know how to call it in English, but it's like some electricity therapy to your muscles to release the muscle, I don't know, infection, something like that. And since moving to here and changed to a new mattress, I have been feeling that it's much better right now, and the treatment just has like a way better effect. So I think if you ever experience back pain like out of no fucking where, maybe think about your mattress or your pillows. Those two things can be very important. The doctor told me that your pillow should be high enough that your neck can be like a little bit like this. Of course not too high that your head is like this, but like not too low that your neck is always like this while you're sleeping. It's like slightly tilted forward, only slightly. And I have been listening to the doctor, like obviously, and my neck pain has been better. And since changing to the new mattress, which is a pretty hard mattress, but the mattress is like hard not in a way that you feel like you're sleeping on the ground. It's just have like a great support for your body. So while you're sleeping, your body is still moving, right? So it's gonna be moved much easier on top of that mattress because it has so much more support. And also because it has so much support, my body don't have to like laying on this like super awkward angle. Like my back is not like curled because how no support it is. So yeah, if you really have back pain, maybe check on your mattress, because the spring inside can be worn out over the years, because you are laying on your bed probably more than 8 hours a day, right? It's probably gonna worn out faster than any other things in your house, and probably changing it sometimes could be good. And I am buying a pretty expensive mattress because I really like tried it in the store, and I think it was really good. Like I can feel the support. I can literally feel a difference when it's like more comfortable to lay on, and by the like, you know, contrast, by the comparison. Even buying a pretty expensive mattress, it's still less expensive than the treatment that I have to pay for to treat this neck pain and back pain, you know. So I think it's literally one thing in your home that is worth splurging, and probably not a great idea to buy a second hand, because I think second hand it could be already worn out. So yeah, that's that super unrelated stuff. But yeah, since changing to the new mattress, I have been sleeping so much better. My back pain it's much better, but still I can feel it a little bit, but nothing that I can bear of. Before, it's really like affecting on the quality of life, because I can't stop thinking about my back and my shoulder and my neck. That's when you know it's bad, right? Like when you're healthy, you really don't feel your body, if you know what I mean. Like you don't feel like you have arms, you have neck, and you have back. You're just like functioning. But when it's not functioning, you really feel everything. You feel like you have a neck because it's heavy, and you feel like you have a back because it's stiff, you know, stuff like that. I feel so old to talk about stuff like this. But yeah, I guess there's one thing about being in your 30s. I think being in your 30s is still like very young, but the thing is, you are at this age, you start to handle this type of stuff. Like it's probably not a big deal if you catch it early enough and treat it properly, because your body is still young. It can recover pretty quickly. But the thing is, even if you are young, you are using this body for 30 plus years, it's gonna show some signs. And I kind of am having a hard time to accept that, like to try to accept I am in that age already, that I have to like handle back pain and stuff like this. And I know people of much younger age starting to handle that as well. But for me, I was always thinking that I was such a healthy person that I almost never get sick. Actually, like all of the health insurance that I paid for is basically me just like throwing money away because I never get use of it. Of the past 10 years, I didn't even catch a cold, even though I have caught COVID for like twice. But yeah, I haven't never even catch a cold. Like I was always so healthy and energetic. Like people say like, oh, I can't sleep. I'm like, oh, I can relate. Because every single day I sleep like a baby. Like I don't have problem to going to sleep. I don't wake up at the middle of the night. Yeah, like no problem. and I also work out pretty regularly, so I really thought I'm just gonna be fine, like even in my 30s, but I guess not. Like even though I'm still recovering pretty fast because 30 is still young, I have to accept that I am already in the age that I have to handle this type of stuff. And I actually filmed a video while I was organizing my makeup in this new place, because I also changed my drawer. This one you can see in the back. The decoration on top, it has not changed, but the actual drawer has changed, because the previous ones, it was not like a super sturdy nice one, and I used that for like 5-6 years. And you know, makeup is like very heavy, so it's starting to not work as well. Like the drawers are not sliding in and out smoothly. And you know, the long drawers, they will have like 2 sticks of wood on the bottom to support the drawer. And I think one of the drawers, the thing has to like, it's already falling apart. So yeah, like I literally have to change to this one. And this is another thing. You have to handle the delivery of your new furniture, right? You have to think about, oh, at this day I'm moving in, so, and I'm throwing away my bed, so I have to have this new bed basically sent to this new place at what day, which is like the moving day, right? But also you have to think about what is the time of the day you're gonna actually physically in this place, because the moving company have to go to your old place, pack all the stuff, like pick up all of your belongings and to this new place. And then the moving company basically has like one appointment before noon, and afternoon is like my appointment, and they basically have a rough time. It's like around 2, but it could be earlier or later depending on the people moving before noon. Apparently a lot of people don't finish their packing. They have to wait for those people to finish to actually finish the moving, because something like that can happen. And they say we don't have exact time when they're gonna be in your place and start to pick up stuff. So you have to think about, oh, like what is the safe time to have your furniture delivered. And in Japan, the latest time you can pick up normally is 7 to 9 at night, I think. They have like different time slot you can pick when they are gonna, like, you know, come to your door and bring your stuff. So basically I have to think about that as well, and I'm just so stressed like thinking about this type of stuff like every single day for like 2 weeks. But yeah, luckily I am already settled in this new place. I had severe back pain for the first 3 or 4 days because I was lifting heavy stuff and bending down every single day. But yeah, right now everything is unpacked and in their own place, other than like some super small things. Like for example, today I don't have a monitor attached to the camera, so I actually can't really see myself very well. I'm only seeing myself in the viewfinder, which is fine, I guess. I'm not like doing any particular looks, I'm just like chatting. I feel like this type of video on my already small channel probably wouldn't get much view, but I'm having fun to finally to be able to come back, right? Like I haven't been posting for like more than a month because of this moving process. But now I have been in my new place for almost 2 weeks actually. I think I moved in the beginning of last week. So yeah, almost 2 weeks, and I'm settling pretty well and starting to explore the neighborhood. It's all been great. Like I said, I'm sleeping well, so everything is good right now. And I think that's it. If if anybody wants to know the actual buying a house in Japan type of process, I might make a video about that. But if nobody's interested, because most people watch this channel probably are not living in Japan, I think, then I'm probably just gonna post regular stuff after this, like makeup review. I do have some video that already filmed but not edited, some reviews, and I think I might post things like that after this, just as normal. And if you have any of your moving stories, or are you buying a home or any stuff like that, feel free to share in the comments. Yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.